Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show.
Hello everybody, it's Paul Neeson with the Raw Life Health Show, and it's Friday, and I'm going to answer your questions today for the previous week's videos. And I'm getting ready to go to Daytona Beach and Dallas this weekend, so I'm heading to the airport right after this video. Say hello to the 1-year-old. Say hello, Noah. Alright, Noah's 1, and we had a birthday party for her, and it was wonderful. So I'm going to hand Noah to Mommy, and then I'm going to be giving your answers to your comments this past week. The first one was last Friday's video. Last Friday's video, when I answered the question and answers, we had one from a girl named Krista, and Krista asked what kind of milk Noah drinks. And Noah drinks milk. Noah is not a vegan. Noah drinks mother's milk. So that's the only milk she's drinking right now. Krista also asked is about children, the Daylight Diet, which you see my shirt here, the Daylight Diet shirt. Krista asked is if children could do the Daylight Diet. Well, absolutely, and there's no better time to teach your kids that eating at nighttime is not healthy, and they should get good nutritious meals and eat them at the proper time. And that is when they can see their food in the daylight. So definitely it's okay for children, but you want to make sure they're getting all the nutrients they need and monitor that, but they certainly don't need to eat at nighttime. Now, babies are a different story. If a baby is breastfeeding, it'll certainly be helpful for a baby to breastfeed anytime they want when they're newborn. We had another question this week about, somebody asked me about the Daylight Diet. They said they're doing the Daylight Diet, but they find in the middle of the night at some crazy hour they're waking up and can't fall back asleep. Is that normal? Well, you know, so many people are so used to putting themselves to sleep with food. Some people have trouble falling asleep on a Daylight Diet because they're so empty. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, once your body gets used to that, you fall asleep fine and you sleep wonderfully. But getting up earlier than you used to, or in the middle of the night and not being able to fall back to sleep, well, that could mean many things. But if it's done from a healthy standpoint, it means you might not need that much sleep as you used to need. So a crazy hour to you might be 5 o'clock in the morning, where you're used to waking up at 9 o'clock in the morning. So, you know, there could be many other reasons you wake up and you have trouble falling back to sleep. Emotional things, there could be some physical things there. But usually, it depends if you're tired or not. And if you're eating before going to sleep, chances are you will be tired if you get up too early or you get up at some crazy hour. However, if you're going to sleep on an empty stomach and you're waking up, you're not always tired. So there could be many different factors there that will determine that. Okay, now Tuesday's video, we had the recipes, and the recipe was the cheesecake but the deep pan pizza. And somebody, Raw Barbie on YouTube, wrote, what is wrong with agave? Because in the video, the chef said that agave wasn't good. Well, I'm just going to show you a quick breakaway here, my friend John Kohler, telling you what's wrong with agave.
The problem with the agave is, the main problem is this. Agave is most like corn syrup, which is basically high fructose corn syrup, and it's really high in fructose, and it has a really high fructose profile, and our body doesn't handle fructose well. But you say, hey, wait, John, well, isn't fructose just fruit sugar? Well, yes, you know, fructose is in all fruits, but see, there's a level and a percentage of fructose, glucose, and sucrose in all fruits, and it's usually in the single digits. The problem with agave is that it's in the double digits, and actually it's, you know, 50, 60, 70, 80% fructose in agave. And the problem with the fructose is that our digestion system can't handle it. It's basically kicked out into our liver to basically get processed. And what else is processed by our liver? Well, things like alcohol and drugs and things that maybe aren't so good for us. So, you know, you're taxing your liver, and we've all heard about detoxing our liver, and we want to keep our liver clean, because if your liver's clean, you know, the liver filters the blood, you're clean. And you know, we don't want to tax our liver any more than we need to, so I recommend not eating the even raw agave.
Okay, so there it was. That was John Kohler explaining what's wrong with agave, and it's just really a very deceptive thing out there for people to say agave is okay. Even if it's raw, it's not good. It's too high in sugar. It's like corn syrup for the body. So I'd avoid the agave nectar. Use some honey or stevia, which is wonderful, so you can avoid that. Okay, on Wednesday's episode, I had Karen Van Cleef of Tooth Soap talking about healthy teeth and how to brush them and take care of them. What an amazing lady, and what an amazing video, an important topic. As a matter of fact, So many people like that one that I asked Karen to come back next week or the week after to be another guest, and she's going to be, so we're going to see her again. But it was just a wonderful episode, and I believe an important one that we need to understand. Somebody asked me if I personally use her tooth soap, and yes, I do. I think it's wonderful. I sell it, and I don't sell anything I don't personally endorse. It's on my website at rawlife.com, and I use it as well. I like the peppermint liquid, but it's just wonderful, and I've been using it for quite a while, so I highly recommend it. Now, we had these questions about teeth. So somebody said, well, is the raw diet healthy for teeth and to maintain good teeth? And the raw diet's wonderful to maintain good teeth. However, you know, if you're eating a lot of, you know, regardless of what type of diet you're eating, you need to brush. And you need to brush with something that's healthy for the body. And soap, you know, is wonderful for brushing your teeth. So the tooth soap is wonderful because it has the essential oils in there and it's flavoring there. You know, so the raw diet is okay. The problem is, though, on a strictly raw vegan diet, you have to make sure you're getting all the minerals your body needs, or it's going to leach those minerals out of the calcium. Even on a cooked food diet or any type of diet, you want to make sure you get all the minerals your body needs. So if your body's not getting the mineral it needs, you're going to have problems. From a teeth issue, if the bones are demineralized or something's wrong in the body, many times people develop teeth problems first. Either they get a lot of cavities or their gum line starts to get less. What Karen has noticed, and what I have too, is a lot of people on a raw vegan diet aren't getting the minerals they need, so they tend to have problems. Not everyone. So if you're one of those raw vegans that you say you've been doing this a long time and you've been doing, you know, you don't have any teeth problems, that's fine. But the fact is there are a lot of people out there that do develop problems, and they're not doing the raw vegan diet the best way possible, and that's probably why they're running into issues. Now, when I wrote my first book, The Raw Life, I interviewed a lot of people and I asked them all about the teeth issue, and there was some very interesting responses in there as well. So again, it doesn't matter if it's raw or cooked, vegan or non-vegan diet, it's about getting the minerals your body needs. Now, besides the videos last week, and you can get your videos answered by just posting them below each video, and I go back at the end of the week and I get those questions. If I haven't had time to answer you personally during the week, which I usually don't because I'm traveling so much, I go back and I answer them on Friday's show. We had some various questions under the videos that didn't necessarily have to do with the videos, but people wanted those questions answered. Raw Bobby again on YouTube had asked me, what is the difference between cacao and carob? Well, cacao is not healthy. It's you know, it's a high stimulant. It's a very deceptive thing in the raw food world. It's also known as raw chocolate. I do not recommend it. Carob, on the other hand, is absolutely an amazing, wonderful pod that grows on a tree, and it tastes amazing, and it's just wonderful. I'm getting ready to go on a plane, so I decided to get some of these through the mail, and I got them, and I'm going to have them on the plane. I mean, they have a sweet smell, and sometimes they're grounded down to the powder, and you get carob powder. You want to make sure you're getting raw carob powder. But even toasted carob powder is better than cacao, or as I say, Cacao. Okay, another question from Starflower666. Talking about the mineral analysis of hair. Is this the best way to determine if our body has deficiencies? And do I know a place to get it done? Well, there are a lot of places you can find online, laboratories that can get the hair analysis done. But no, I don't believe it's the ideal way to check for deficiencies. I think the ideal way is to looking at the blood work of somebody who understands how to read blood tests. And I think my friend Dr. Shandell at his website, www.caprofile, knows and understands how to read blood tests, and that's a great resource to go. I think the hair analysis is excellent. I think the hair analysis is an excellent resource to confirm what the blood is saying. So if the blood work says you're deficient in this mineral, and then your hair says the same thing, well then you pretty much can guarantee you're deficient. Or vice versa. If there's so many different blood tests out there, so if you don't know which one to take, get a hair analysis. Get a hair analysis. And see what it says you're deficient in. And then get that specific blood test and see if you're deficient in that to confirm it. So I think they work great together, but it's not necessarily the best way by itself. Everyone, have a wonderful day and a great raw life.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life.